That's it. We're at 800 life. We cannot activate any more card effects. That's it. Chaining the Sulliek. Sulliek negating the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. No longer negating the fields. Kaleido Heart being sent to the graveyard is going to reborn itself, plus sending a card from the deck to the graveyard and spinning a card in the field back into the deck. Alba is here. Alba, okay, that's not going to be a big deal. Fusing with the Sharon, re-summoning the Kaleido Heart, searching for a monster. We could search for a Havnis here, which we don't even have room to summon. Grabbing that Havnis as expected. Summoning and sending. Are we sending for another fusion play? Sending Havnis. Fusing with the Sharon and the Rhino Heart, making Kid Kalos. Kid Kalos could go right into a Root Kalos. Kaleido Heart spinning back the Alba. Kid Kal could search. Havnis could fuse with it. And that is the scoop. Scooping on his own turn is Branded Tearlament. The best deck if Ishizu's banned. Ishizu counters Branded.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
The Ishizu cards are banned. Let's go. Not Tearlament. Tearlament is 100% allowed. We are abiding by the newly announced ban list, but all of the Ishizu cards are banned. Agido, Mudora, Keldo, Kelbeck, all banned. Let's go. Melfi is here. If a Melfi is returned back to the hand, you can target a monster your opponent controls and it is negated. Also cannot attack. On summon, the caddy's going to spin back to the hand and it will result in a synchro. Drop the lit. How many cards are we sending for this drop lit? Let's go, let's go. I think the Ishizu cards were a mistake. Yeah, Konami definitely made a mistake. And I'll pause this to say real quick that I've said this continually, that it would be a mistake for Master Duel to have a tier 0 format. And if you've been living under a rock, we just hit tier 0. 60% of the meta, even as, some people say it's 65. A lot of people said it was 50 or 55%. We went for 60, right in the middle of what everyone was suggesting. This is a mistake. Now, Konami hit top 2 on the global sales of Steam. They were number 2, right behind Counter-Strike, the free-to-play game that's always number 1 for some reason, but it's free. Now, DK, wouldn't that mean it's not a mistake? That's a short-term cash grab. I think that this is going to do a lot of damage to the reputation of the game. Even people that buy this deck, it's going to get nerfed. They're going to get pissed. People that don't want to play the deck, they're pissed right now. My YouTube comments, I'm reading Reddit, everywhere. People are like, I'm uninstalling, I'm quitting. I'm just going to wait until they nerf the deck. This is a huge mistake for Master Duel. 1 week of Master Duel is equivalent to months of the TCG of dueling. You could do hundreds of duels in 1 week. I said this in the Discord that Master Duel is essentially the hyperbolic time chamber. 1 day goes by in Master Duel, that's a week in the TCG. So after just a few weeks of Master Duel, tier limit being tier 0, people are sick to death of it. And this is a big, big mistake. It's not like Konami didn't try to balance this. They tried by putting these cards semi-limited and limiting the field spell to 1. It wasn't enough. And I kept saying leading up to the release of Tier Limit, you heard me say this over and over. I said anything less than banning Kid Kalos, the deck would be broken. And they didn't even go that far. They put these all to 2. If they put them all to 1, I don't think a pure Tier Limit deck would have been the best deck to play. I think that something like the Ishizu Chaos, maybe a 60-card Grasslands Greener with Thunder Dragon would probably be the best deck. This was enough to play pure Tier Limit, but if any way whatsoever you could play pure Tier Limit, it was going to be pretty much tier 0, the best deck. And it's clapping up everything. Konami, objectively, I think they screwed up. Not good for their game. Have I ever turned the Meta Weekly into a custom ban list? I've never. Never. The Meta Weekly tournament is generally to get good deck lists on the website, put on a good show of what the current meta is, and add to the tier list. The format's been figured out in 1 week. We don't need to do another tier 0 tier limit tournament. That's why we got the Ishizu cards banned. This is a what if Ishizu came out after tier limit. what would have happened, and that's exactly what this tournament is. A lot of people have been asking that question and wondering, because that's what happened in TCG and OCG. Let's go, let's go. So I'm expecting some danger tiers today. That would be very cool. We're small worlded for our quick fix. What is negated here? We have Elf negated, Masquerina negated. Didn't have enough cards to negate the caddy. That is not good. It's going to go into a synchro, grabbing the penny. Penny's going to then be able to summon itself onto the field and synchro with the caddy. Now, it's a quick effect. You could just do it whenever. All right. If it's at any point this turn, your beast was returned back to your hand, you could quick effect special summon into your Synchro Shokan into the Herald of Arc Light. Herald of Arc Light is going to make sure any card from the deck or hand to the graveyard gets banished instead. So I don't think you could even activate the Magician's Souls from your hand, right? It says send to the graveyard as a cost. So you couldn't even activate under the Herald unless your spell or trap was on the field. Nightmare Phoenix just to get our quick fix in the graveyard. Okay, we're taking out the Herald of Arc Light. Now, we're going to get Big Red and Big Red onto the master plan. With the plan to grab the rescue, we need to get that into the graveyard, which we could easily do with the quick fix. Quick fix, fully unlimited in today's tournament, by the way. Master plan being sent to the graveyard, being chain link blocked to prevent a negate. Very good. Masquerina, Elf, and Red are negated. All three are negated. The whole field is negated. We have completely broken their field. It is main phase 2, by the way. We had to get rid of the Herald Arc Light. Get rid of that negate. Searching with the Spiral Resort. Rescue going to banish from the graveyard. Summoning our quick fix. Quick fix will make you Spiral Gears. Master plan will give you Spiral Missions. Missions and Gears. Shokan into the double negate Apollo USA. We're going to be banishing 3 Spiral cards to summon our Sleeper. Sleeper has the quick effect to pop any card you control plus 2 cards your opponent controls. And the Sleeper can't be destroyed by anything, also untargetable from the opponent. And the Resort makes all of your Spiral cards completely untargetable besides itself. The Beaver is here. Apollo USA, negate the Beaver. And we are going to be chain popping the Masquerina and the Beaver in addition to that negate. Now, the Beaver still gets negated even though it left the field. We do have our Triple Tactics talent, which we are going for the draw too. We're not yoinking. We have Imperm. Okay. Imperm onto the Apollo USA Sleeper already activated. So now there's no more disruption. No disruption in the graveyard. Nothing on the fields. Grab the blue. Grab the Jet. Jet special summon. Searching for a Spiral. I should say a Sprite. Sprite Spiral. We got the Smasher, which could banish any card in the field. We're banishing for the Ronin Totem. Do we have any other frogs in the graveyard? That is our last frog. We are banishing the Ronin Totem since we have no more frogs left into our gigantic Sprite. We are coming back. This has been a great back and forth duel. Wind up Kitten from the deck, spinning back the Apollo USA. Now we are locked into rank link 2, so we cannot make a Zeus. Instead, we're making Elf. Elf is here. I don't think Elf's going to get banned in Master Duel, despite it being banned in both TCG and OCG. We have Carrot for a spell and trap card negates. We could negate the Big Red. Assault's being activated, which is not really doing anything. It's a trick. It's a debate. Wait a second. Hidden Elf Reborn on the activation of the Assault, and then he's using Carrot to negate the Resort? Oh my Jesus. What the? You didn't get another body on the fields. Big Red, Reborn the Master Plan. Master Plan, give us our mission. Now, the other effect of Rescue is you could target a Spiral in the graveyard, add it to your hand, if you don't have this in the graveyard, so it's not really going to be doing much. The Assault states that if a Spiral destroys a monster by battle or with card effects, you could draw 1 card. So we got nothing. We have no disruption whatsoever. Soul Sweeper going to temporarily banish that Master Plan until the end of the next turn. Come to Marvel Snap. Snap is something that I do want to be checking out. Smack, smack, smack. Not lethal damage. Spiral not able to, I should say Sprite again. Spiral Sprite. Sprite not able to finish up this duel. We have a monster negate. That is our only disruption. Rescue gonna rescue one of our spirals in the graveyard back to the hand. Where's our sleeper at? Sleeper banished, quick fix banished. We need to get this rescue in the graveyard, and he scoops it up. No way, I thought that Spiral was gonna win this.